Dr. Ping, good to see you here in Seattle. Can you just talk a little bit about what your experience has been like supporting the Bulldogs in their Final Four loss here today to Westchester?
Oh, it was so fun to watch our ladies play. They played so hard. They played with a lot of heart. That game could have been either way, especially the second half. The thing I loved about that game, the first half, you could tell we were a little jittery. It's kind of first time. But the second half, I thought our ladies fought so hard. Some of the battles to the ball we were losing in the first half, we were winning in the second half. Several shots on goal and just missed. So it was a fun game to watch. It was so good to see them play so hard, and they represented us so well today.
What does it mean for the Ferris soccer program and Ferris athletics as a whole to get to the Final Four and get to this point this season?
So first thing, to be the first time in the history of our institution, 130 plus years, that our women's soccer team has gone to the Final Four, that's an awesome thing to point out. But it also says so much about the athletic programs of this university. When you have our teams coming to the festival, competing at the national level, being in the national semifinal, when you have back at home with our basketball programs up and running, football is still going. We're getting all those spring sports up and thinking about what that looks like. It just says so much about what athletics means to this university. And when it means so much to the university, it means a lot to our alumni. It means a lot to our community. And that's what's so good about what we do in athletics at Ferris State.
What do you enjoy the most about watching this soccer team throughout the season as they've grown and then obviously ended up here in Seattle for the Final Four?
Well, the fun thing about this soccer team is that when this first started out, there was no expectation from everyone outside in terms of all the factors, young, all those things. Didn't have the best of starts to the season. But when you saw how they gelled right there where it counted, that to me is one of the largest compliments of this team, is that they started playing well when the time was right, and they proved to our region, to our conference, and now to the country, they proved that they deserve to be here today, and that's what's so good about being here. Our ladies deserve to be here.
What do you see going into the future for this program?
What's so fun, so one of our future players is her dad is a friend of mine, and so I was texting him during the game saying, hey, next year she's going to be here with us because we need to be back. And he was firing right back saying, yep, she's excited about it. So what it means is that recruiting class and classes to come see that this program has experienced this level of success. The ladies who were a part of this, who are coming back, they've tasted a little bit of this now. They kind of have that taste in their mouth. Having been a former basketball coach, I know that feeling that when you taste it and you didn't get as far as you wanted, it gets you hungry because now you know what that secret sauce is to get back. And so now I think what it does for our ladies is that it gives them this goal that says, A, we made it. B, we can do that again. And they know what that work ethic looks like. They know what those games need to look like. And they know what team needs to look like. And now that you've tasted it, you want to come back and taste it again, and that's what they need to do.
You have a lot of previous experience in athletics, as you kind of alluded to there. What would be your message to these ladies as they go forward?
Oh, gosh. Keep several things. Number one, stay with it. Let this sink in. You let the wins, you rejoice and celebrate wins. You let the losses sink in a bit. See what you learn from them. So always learn from the loss, but also that idea of not only how important it is of the work that they do on a daily basis to get to this point, but one of the bigger messages of athletics, you are working alongside people who are going to be your friends for a lifetime. I have friends here 30 years later that after playing basketball in college, that they are still people who I confide in, people who I lean on and lean on me. My basketball coach from 30 years ago in college is still a good friend. And when we go down to Oklahoma to see family this Christmas, we'll go by and see him because that man made a big difference in my life. And that's what these ladies experience. People who make a difference in their life and lifelong friends. Cherish these moments. Live in it, and make sure you live strong in it. but also understand that you're dealing with friends for a lifetime who not only were here for you on the field, they'll be here for you long after your days at Ferris State are over.